This week on Wildcat News, we look into the expenses of prom.
A well-known teacher receives a prestigious award.
And we discuss how students have changed over the years.
All these stories and more coming up because Wildcat News starts now.
Good morning, West Johnston. I'm Hannah Creech.
And I'm Greyson Betz. On Thursday, April 6th, President Trump launched a military strike against Syria. It was targeted to a Syrian government airbase as a response to the chemical weapons attack that killed many Syrian citizens earlier that week. According to President Trump's orders, the U.S. launched 59 Tomahawk cruise missiles to attack the base where the chemical attacks had been carried out. 2 days later, President Trump ordered what was described as the largest non-nuclear bomb to be dropped on an ISIS underground bunker in Afghanistan.
Milwaukee Bucks player Giannis Antetokounmpo became the first player to place within the top 20 of all 5 major statistics, being 14th in points, 15th in rebounds, 18th in assists, 9th in steals, and 5th in blocks. In other news, the price of prom could get pretty high. Landry Connors gives insight.
According to TheGuardian.com, the average U.S. family spends about $919 on a teen going to prom. Junior, TESSA Starkweather, and senior, Weston Butcher, admit that prom can be quite costly.
Prom is super expensive. But a lot of times, like if you're going in a pair, guys usually tend to spend more money on prom just because they usually like offer to buy the tickets and buy dinner. But since I'm going by myself, I do spend a lot of money on prom just to make sure I look good, you know.
I went to 2 proms. I went to my girlfriend's prom, who goes to a different school, and also this prom, so that's 2 different rentals, or tux rentals.
Junior, Xavier Blevins, Starkweather, and Butcher believe the money spent is worth it.
It's my junior prom, and even though it's a lot of money, it's worth it because I get to look back on it and have good memories from it in the future.
You end up having so much fun, and like it's not very often that you get to dress up and glam yourself up and do all your makeup and your hair. You usually don't forget prom. You know, your parents always talk about prom when they're older. And
once in a lifetime experience, going with your friends and having fun with the people that you went to high school with that you're never gonna probably see again if you're going separate ways.
I'm Landry Connors, Wildcat News.
Thanks, Landry. The Champions for Student Success Award recognizes 2 outstanding teachers each year. One of our staff members received this award on March 22nd. Teacher Amanda Fisher recently received the Champions for Student Success Award, which recognizes political leaders who demonstrate commitment and leadership in education. Personally, she loves what she does.
I'm not always saying that I'm always happy when I leave West Johnston because you have a few headaches, a few hiccups. But the kids really inspire me to do my best.
Senior TIMARE Robinson thinks Fisher fits the picture for what the award represents.
She's always supported me and helped me out with stuff, and she always sets me up for success. I never knew her up until this year, and I never had a class with her. And then whenever I got into her class, it was like an instant connection.
Junior Martha DIAZ thinks Miss Fisher is a kind mentor.
She always helps me and any student that needs help or anyone that needs to talk to you. You can always talk to Fish and she'll always help you out.
Robinson and DIAZ both see Fisher as a mother figure.
She's always helpful. In school, outside school, it doesn't matter. She's always there. So I know I can always count on Miss Fisher.
She's loving, she's really kind, and she always makes sure that she's always checking up on me and helping me do whatever I need to do.
Fisher thinks teaching is one of the best jobs to have and sees her students as her own children.
A lot of people say we don't get compensated for it, but hey, if you're happy with what you're doing, then keep doing it. Whenever people ask me if I have any kids, I always say I have 1,400 because there's 1,400 at West.
Now let's head over to Chase FAIRCLOTH with the rundown.
I'm Chase FAIRCLOTH, and welcome to the rundown. Here's the last week's scores. Last Thursday, varsity baseball won 12-5 against Heritage. Friday, varsity baseball lost 7-1 against Corinth Holders. Saturday, varsity baseball won 6-3 against Millbrook. Tonight, men's tennis is home and women's soccer is home. Thursday, women's soccer is home. Friday, softball and baseball are home. And Tuesday, softball and baseball are home. Come out and support our spring athletes. I'm Chase FAIRCLOTH, and that's your week's rundown.
Thanks, Chase. Over the years, teachers have noticed how students have changed in the classroom environment, especially when it comes to technology. Mason Butcher reports.
From when West Johnston opened in 2002 until today, teachers say students have changed quite a bit. Teacher MELINDA HONEYCUTT believes that smartphones have affected students the most.
Students overall are normally, they're about the same. Discipline-wise, you have the good kids and you have the bad kids. Probably the most difficult thing to deal with in 10 years has been the technology, having to deal with the cell phone in the classrooms compared to 10 years ago.
Patrick Shaw thinks that students nowadays don't get as much physical activity because of the increase in technology.
Being active physically has changed. I don't think the average student is motivated to go outside and play sports or do things like that. So, there's too much stuff out there like social media, Netflix, things like that. So,
although the use of technology has its disadvantages, Shaw and Honeycutt think certain students can benefit from it.
The information that students have in front of them as far as the internet goes can be positive, but it also can be negative because there's all kinds of other stuff out there.
We used to have several projects that we would do in class, and we would have to go to the media center and use textbooks, and now you do have Chromebooks, laptops. Our school's very fortunate in the amount of technology that I think we have at this school.
I'm Mason Butcher, Wildcat News.
Thanks, Mason.
Well, that's all for us this week. If you have any comments, questions, or story leads, email us at wjstudentmedia@gmail.com or send us a tweet at wjstudentmedia.
And if you want to watch Wildcat News at home, on the go, or catch up on past episodes, go to wjstudentmedia.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Hannah Creech.
And I'm Greyson Betz. Thanks for watching and have a great week.